This is Paul. Yeah. I'm a little concerned. There is what is known as the alienation of affection. Yes. A wrongful act of an individual that interferes with the affection of one spouse has for another. A husband deprived of his wife's love because she has fallen in love with another man has suffered alienation of affection. The same is true of a woman whose husband falls in love with another woman, or a wife who falls in love with another woman instead of giving her husband the affection. Now, there's also what's known as allegiance, loyalty to one's country and its government, also faithfulness to an individual or to an inanimate thing such as an organization or an abstract thing such as an idea. Now I know those in the family, the fish family, the pig family, those in the come to find out lizarded family that have to go underground because they've got to come to find out, and they had to take their cell phone with them in the event that they had missed a call. But I was somewhat sure that my wife had abducted my sons on July 2nd of 2011, and there had been some arrangement for a virtualized lesbian wedding where a number of lesbians had to be on her so they could come themselves into the whole system. Pooch. In fact, there was that whole lizarded system of the sperm operating system. I remember, at least I had heard, that there were a large number of men that had been selling their sperm so they could put a drop of their DNA on the tongues of those that are children. Did we get all of the sperm of all of those that had to have their own human operating system, that they had to put their DNA on the tongues of children? You know, it had been mentioned to me that supposedly Benjamin was going to be a lizard boy. And I thought, no, I don't think so. And then I had a talk with Hu Jintao when he was the president of China. I said, you know, if you really overcooked rice, let's say you put too much. Yeah, I said I don't think so. My sons are not going to be in the fish family of those that are inbred that are attempting to destroy the nation. They're not going to be in the lizard electric grid of the Illuminati that thought that all the babies should be eating the sperm of their parents or their fathers. They're not going to be in that whole system that thinks that they're going to rearrange the sexuality of the nation or the world. So I just wanted to again get that sperm operating system of the lizard family. If you overcook rice and have too much water in it, it looks like a substance that comes out of a man's body. Yeah. And I put the kibosh to that whole idea quite a few years ago. Now, I had said as a man that there might be some women that would volunteer their brains. Seems like women, yeah. Now, when you have allegiance to the government of the United States, it's in that oath that most of the elected oaths of office have sworn. Those in Homeland Security, let's say you're in the top secret Homeland Security complex that they built without any building codes. spent $100 bills that they decided to help themselves to because of their top secret way of controlling the population. And you didn't turn your cell phone off. Now, if I could get the cell phone ping of every employee that Homeland Security has had or their private contractors, I'd just like to know the location of all the secret locations that Homeland Security has spent money on. I think somebody had programmed the alienation of the affection of my wife when we were on Guam. Janet, did you have a virtualized wedding with all your gay, lesbian, homosexual, transgendered, and queer friends? And then were you putting the sperm or other DNA on the tongues of manufactured babies so that you could take the brains of the population through the lizard electric grid? Now, I know it's a big question. Okay. Can you rephrase that? As a father, if I were to find out that my sons had anything put in their mouths or on their tongues that were not just actual food that children would eat, maybe some DNA from Uncle Wayne, Coco, maybe some DNA from Alfredo, Uchu, maybe Horowitz decided to make a donation of their sperm. Now, I'm going to want to know the sperm operating system of my family, Marilyn's family, and any and all other American families that were told that just a few drops of this on the tongue and everything will be fine. Turned out it was the DNA of a man. Now, when you put the sperm of adult males on the tongues of those that are under 18, that's a form of child abuse, sexual child abuse. And there's that old U.S. code that says if you sexually abuse children, you kidnap them, you violate my rights and conspire to deprive me of my enjoyment of my life. If I found that Homeland Security or any police or sheriffs had thought that putting sperm on the tongues of children was okay, I'm going to have to sue you for child perversion, contributing to the delinquency of minors and child pedophiles. Now I'm going to want to know, okay, lizard and pig family, did Mike put any of his sperm on the tongues of any little baby so that he could have his own human sperm operating system? Or I'm going to want my family, and I'm going to sue every cop that doesn't enforce the laws of the United States.